anyway, since that worked out so well, let's get this kicked off. I'm not a comedian by any stretch of the imagination, but a funny thing happened when this talent show was announced. Several people came up to me and said, without talking to one another, that I should do a comedy show. And I told them they're crazy and they're insane, and I'm never going to do that, so I'm not sure how I ended up here with a list of jokes to tell you. But it happened. So, what's up with airline food anyway? It's terrible, right? So that's funny. Anyhow, I'm Richard. Hello, ladies.
Hey, Richard!
Oftentimes, when people meet me, people meet for this is an excellent way to start tied tongue. When people meet me, they are often put off by me because sometimes I have a tendency to look down and ignore them and walk by them. Because I'm sort of antisocial like that. I don't understand why that puts people off. I don't know, it's beyond me, but maybe it has to do with the fact that I look at the floor and people think I'm really interested in floors or something like that. That's all I know to talk about, so they don't want to talk to me because they don't know anything about floors, like, at all. And like, if they were going to talk to me, it'd be like, hey, what's up? Dude, you know about this wood paneling? Have you ever heard of it? It's great. You can seal it. It's water repellent. Yeah, that's great, man. You really like the floors. Don't you? Yeah, but it's not going very well. But anyway, maybe there's something wrong with your face and you just doesn't want to look at me. Always been a little backward, as we can see. I've always been a little backward, but I've never been one to shy away from a conversation. Like, if somebody walks up to me and we're going to start talking, I have no problem talking. In fact, sometimes I can get onto a topic and I'll just keep talking and talking about it. For instance, I've been backward all my life, and sometimes I will get into a conversation. I won't have any problem talking and having a conversation with somebody, but sometimes I can get onto a topic and I just keep adding on, even though I've been backward for most of my life. Have I run this premise into the ground yet? Or should I keep telling you about how I've been backwards all my life?
Are you backwards?
Because I have, but I'm not one to shy away from conversation. And you know, sometimes it can be a little difficult for me to get off the topic once I've gotten onto it. Okay. I can keep doing that. I can keep doing that for the next 6 minutes until you wouldn't be. But anyway, you call me strange, but I'm no doctor. Nobody got that.
Dr. Strange.
Everybody in the place was like, should I laugh? I'll look like a nerd. But I have no problem looking like a nerd. I've been, I've never really been good at being normal in the first place, but, my mind, I've been told that my mind works a lot differently than other people's minds. For instance, sometimes I'll been a little backward all my life, and sometimes I'll get onto a topic and just keep going and going on. For instance, in the middle of a conversation about waterfowl that I was having, I was talking to somebody about, these seagulls, ducks. I thought, why did we never play Goose Goose Duck? Take a step, but it's okay. Instead of duck, duck, goose. I mean, ducks can chase people just as well as a goose can. Why? Why is the goose the problem? But baby ducks even have a reputation for following their mothers around. That seems like a no-brainer to me. Even if the mother decides to walk around a circle of geese and sit down and try to hide amongst them, the duck will still be following them. It's part of the game. We've been playing this game wrong our whole lives.
We're going to take up your cause, Richard.
There's a lot of people that couldn't keep up with that joke. They missed that one too. that people have told me about myself. I've also been told that I think quickly, or I have a quick wit. That's apparently why they asked me to come up here.
Yep.
And I'm doing great so far.
We love it!
Fishing.
I try to list quick thinking under my special skills on my resume. Because, it's a great job skill to be able to think quickly, problem solving, things like that. But when I put that on my resume and I think about somebody looking at it, they'll look at it and see, oh, you think quickly? Guess what? Everybody thinks. I mean, everybody's done that before. I mean, even I think of stuff, and I don't blame them because everybody does think. And if I were to see that on a resume, I'd probably think something similar, but it would be something more like, well, really, you're a quick thinker? Everyone is a quick thinker. Your brain fires your synapses through your brain at 250 miles per hour, idiot.
Everybody.
That's why I'm not part of the human resources department. I wouldn't be any good at human resources. I looked up the definition of resource, and it basically said a resource is a stock or supply. I gotta make sure I get it right. A resource is a stock or supply of assets that can be drawn upon by someone in order to function effectively. So when I think of resources humans require to function effectively for human resources, I think food, water, shelter, which means I do not want to be in human resources. If I'm being used as all of those things, I'm having a bad day. So cannibalism is weird.
Segue.
So since I have this unusual mind and I think so quickly, every time I hear human resources, I think of cannibalism. So I don't want to have anything to do with that. You know who has the worst human resources? Airline food. That stuff is terrible. Cannibalism. That'll make you think twice the next time you go for your airline food. Anyway, that's the end of my stuff.